Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Reading is rad. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. My microphone died in the last video that I tried to make. And it was really frustrating because I got through the entire video and even got to the point of editing and realized that you couldn't hear me at all. So that was frustrating. But anyway, I just want to jump right into the book that we are reading for February, and that is Wise Blood. I did pick up this book at Barnes and Noble. I have one really close to me, and it's nice because it actually has a really nice playground across the street, so I'll take my toddler there. It's a nice little outing, you know? Anyway, so this book was recommended by a viewer, and this is like, I feel like 2025 is the year where I'm reading books that I would not have picked on my own, but I'm okay with it completely. Now, when I first saw that Wise Blood had won the drawing, I literally picked out of a hat the book that we would be reading. I honestly wasn't that excited. I was kind of more excited to read The Shining. But I am loving this book. It is so weird, and as another viewer put it, unsettling and eerie and confusing. But I am thoroughly enjoying it, and so I put this in my blog, which is my Patreon, completely free if you guys want to go check it out. Um, I'm just basically using it as a place to talk about the books that we're reading in the book club. So, I've actually had to reread a few paragraphs in this book because the way it's written, it's just very old school, American, uh, from people from the South. And just for me, it was kind of hard to understand what was going on, just with the language. But and I even had to like look up a few phrases, but it's been a blast. It's been very eye opening. So uh, just, I mean, the amount of Jesus freakery that went on during this era, um it it's overwhelming. I mean, it's like Jesus saves, if you don't believe in Jesus, you're damned and you're going to hell, and just over and over. And basically the lead character, Hayes, Hazel is his full name, but Hayes is, he he has found, or he feels that he doesn't need Jesus. um I don't know if that's insinuating the wise blood. And I don't really know if he is wise yet, uh, or completely ignorant. I really have no idea. Sorry, I can't tell you guys more. If you have any insight, please go over to my blog or comment below. I'm I'm just getting a grasp of things. I'm at the part where he just bought a car and he's driving off. Just his interactions with people in this town are very, just kind of, I think he's kind of rude, but it's like he doesn't even realize that he is. He's very short. He's not a very talkative person. I'm not 100% sure why uh, O'Connor chose this to be the main character, but obviously it will unfold. And she definitely introduces you to the characters quite well. You get a very good perspective of their character. Uh, and it's crazy because, like, just like Dune, my husband picked Dune for me to read. I'm about halfway through Dune now, but and we'll get into that after I talk about Wise Blood. But just like Dune, Wise Blood was chosen by somebody else, and when I first picked it up, I was like, okay, gosh, let's get through this. But I don't know, it's like I'm super into it now and I just want to find out what is going on. It has, like I said, it's been a little bit difficult just to um, kind of get through some of the language they use, the lingo, the slang. But, uh, I mean, you just look it up and it's really quite interesting. Yeah, so far so good. Just kind of a weird story that I would not have chosen on my own, but when I'm 80, I'm gonna think back and be like, man, that was a really cool book. Um, and I love that about reading. I love like growing older through the years and then being like, oh yeah, I read that book. It's just such a cool feeling. Even like books that I read back in the day still affect me today. I still think of them. Um, and I feel like the more you read, uh, let me know if you guys feel this way, but the more you read, the more that you can easily connect with people from all walks of life. Like, for instance, and it just gives you a subtle introduction to like different cultures. Hold on, my cat is speaking about that. Cat was hungry, problem solved. So just for instance, like Life of Pi, and or even like The Good Earth by Pearl S. Buck. It really just I read them so long ago, like I think high school, and it just really every single book you read, even if it's fantasy, science fiction, whatever, it just gives you a glimpse into another type of living, another type of world. Um, so yeah, I mean, I love reading. Anyway, enough of rambling on. Uh, some more rambling for you. I my algorithm is set up now to where like when I do get on Instagram or whatever, there's tons of ads now. I saw this ad for like you open a book and then you put your phone on it and it starts reading it for you. Um yeah. I I mean, I guess it's cool. I don't know. Is that what people are doing nowadays? They just can't like sit and read a book anymore? I don't know. Um and then a few people have asked me about like BookTok, and I didn't know what it was. Keep in mind, I'm well into my 40s, so I'm kind of out of the loop as far as cool and trending. So I looked it up, and it's a bunch of people, predominantly women, I guess, that are like skimming through romance novels, and I, I don't know. I First of all, I'm not that into romance, unless maybe it's like a time period romance. Um, I don't know. I'm not even on TikTok. I've never been on TikTok, so I'm gonna stick with YouTube because it's definitely just more a platform that I can vibe with, that I can be on and be happy about the content that I'm making and the content that I'm consuming as well. Um, so yeah, as far as those questions concerning that. And then so yeah, I'm reading this. I will be done with this probably pretty soon. I'm about halfway through. It's a fairly quick read. Um when I pick it up, it's really hard to put it down, and I'll usually like read it at night when babies are asleep. So, and then Dune, I'm basically at the part I haven't been able to get too much done with Dune because I'm also reading two other books. Um anyway, Dune has been just amazing. I'm at the part where um, Paul and his mother are obviously stranded in the desert, but um, they they're figuring out their way, and it is my thought process that the Freemen are going to come into play pretty soon. They haven't yet, but that is just what I am seeing, or like a foreshadowing of that. So I'm excited to see what unfolds with that, and I will keep you guys updated. And I am so excited to see this movie. It's just, oh, so exciting to like, I have these visions in my mind's eye of these characters, and they look a certain way, and then I'm gonna go see the movie and probably be completely off as far as like what characters were chosen to play certain roles in the movie. Anyway, yeah, that, I guess that's it for today's video. If you guys have any other questions or would like to read along, Wise Blood is a wonderful book, and I would love to hear what all of you have to say about it. Please stay tuned for next week's video, and I am so happy to have anyone here that is watching. I really appreciate you all. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.